our troops to Poland.
Live. We'll go live till 4 o'clock then. Fully live.
I wonder why nobody don't like me. I read the fact that I'm ugly. I wonder why nobody don't like me. It's just the fact that I'm ugly. I need the whole house to go. See, she didn't let money me no more. Looking at me and start to sing. Looking at me and start to say to mama. Looking at boo boo. They shouted, they got to them. And shut up your mouth. That is it out there. Oh no, my daddy cannot be ugly. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama looking at the boo boo day. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama looking at the boo boo day. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama looking at the boo boo day. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama looking at the boo boo day.
Arguments for first tonight.
Just myself under the emotional behavior. Oh, that is peaceful and happy to be up and down in the city.
Nice shoes.
One minute, folks.
Hey, shut up your mouth. That is it. Oh no, my daddy cannot be ugly. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama looking at the boo day. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama looking at the boo day.
You got 5 records?
Mama looking at the boo day.
You got 5 records, Johnny?
Looking at the boo day.
You know what, folks? 4 o'clock. I get so carried away with that dancing and the music. I have a hard time today. Oh,
Hello.
94 weeks. Oh.
94. Hi, Johnny.
Does Vince feel that I hear? 94 weeks.
94. We're both in tie-dyes tonight.
Me, is it the fact that I'm ugly? I wonder why nobody don't like me. Or is it the fact that I'm ugly? I live a whole house.
Yeah.
Sending out our good buddy Vince Herman rejoining Leftover Salmon back on the road again this week. He's feeling better, so he's back on the road. So good for this was
Hey,
good
Vince.
news to hear about our friend Vince.
Hey, Vince.
Pass that around. I lost the window. There it is.
It's a little health for you. A little shout out, hey, Vince.
Exactly, Gesundheit, as they say. You know, which honestly, Gesundheit would be like to your good health is what that means. So it pretty much applies to everything when you're feeling.
It's like bless you.
Yeah, it is. But without blessing, without taking on the sainthood. You know, as my wife's grandmother once told her that she wasn't allowed to bless anybody because she wasn't a saint or a priest or God for that matter. You know, but anyway, we don't talk about that stuff on the show.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
You know, we really can. So far, so good. I mean, they haven't taken us away yet. Knock on wood. You know, here's the cheers to the people.
Here's to
happy. I left my cold beer in the fridge.
Yeah, we have our old glass. I'm having a whatever.
It's just iced tea. Hey, there's Trinity Watson, Kristen Glenn McGlass, and Jeffrey Blackmon, Chris Johnson, Easton Bishop. Hey, everybody. How are we doing out there tonight?
Easton, and my sports, I'll give you my locks for the Super Bowl of betting. You'll make more than 50 a week. Keys, locks.
Some people have, you know, off luck, you know, but Easton seems to have the worst luck. He broke his jaw last week. That's all I can say about that. But the dude's just having a rough go at these days. And we love our friend Easton. So send out to Easton, guys. Let's give him a 5 up to Gesundheit to Easton. To big Gesundheit to Easton. 1, 2, 3. Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. God bless you. God bless you.
Starting a new thing, Easton. We hope.
Hey, Jeffrey Blackman, you're a Ram fan? You're rooting for the Rams, so don't give a lick out in California.
Is that his plan?
Hey, Trinity, we talked about Feed the Dog. Me and Laura saw them last night. They were absolutely fantastic for probably the 10th time.
If I was going to pick a winner for the Super Bowl, I would probably pick the Steelers.
Good call.
Or the Cincinnati Bengals, because they're playing, actually.
Yes, they are. That was good. Yeah.
I was going to pick the LA Violence, or whatever they're called. It's called the LA Violence.
No. I know they change names all the time with these teams. What is that? Oh, that's a cold glass of water from Kentucky.
So
Um.
we didn't get a Bears fan. Jeffrey Blackmon's a Bears fan.
Oh, okay.
Do what we
I
do,
grew up in
people.
Chicago. I'm a Viking fan. We'll talk about sports later.
There's our good friend Aaron Beetzel checking in too. We got a lot of people checking in tonight. Hopefully everybody out there's having a good time, a good week, and a good happy life all right now. So tonight we're going to talk about things that happen in threes. So it's the 94th show. So I figured what better to do was this show about threes on the 94th show. You know why?
Okay, hold on one sec.
Absolutely no reason. There's no reason to have a
Radio
show.
off. Okay, I can't hear. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So everything tonight is going to be about things that happen in threes, at least the first part of the show. We don't have a guest right away because they all canceled until they do it next week. So next week you got to tune in because next week is Phil and John Palooza. Get your tickets now. You got to dial the 1-800 number you see at the bottom of the screen right now. See that 1-800 number right there? It's magically appearing. 1-800 USA 1000. And remember 1-800 USA 1000. You remember that?
Oh, of course I do.
Yeah. The USA Network when that first came out. Back when TV had 13 channels, the 13th channel was USA Network.
13. No, 5 for me. 5 for me.
5 channels at your house for you?
2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 26, 32, maybe 50, 56. So that's 60, 66.
That's about 4 or 5 channels, like you said. Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
and it was so you had to get up. It was such a good thing.
People don't even understand that like TVs used to be heavier than hell, and you couldn't even carry them by yourself.
Yeah, it was funny. We were watching TV yesterday, and yesterday, the day before, and we had to get up to do something with the switch, like to switch the state. Who's gonna get up? A bunch of late, I mean. And then I thought of that about just things how
Things. That's all there is.
lazy we could be and are, and not everybody.
I'm not gonna lie, I had kind of a lazy day today, but it wasn't a bad way. It was just a relaxing day because I got a bunch of stuff done yesterday. So next week, folks, is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I can tease it out a little bit. I mean, we're going to have at least 3 musical guests next week, and you're going to want to see every single
Well, what
one.
if they cancel? Are you going to give it up?
If they cancel, then they look like a-holes. All right. No, everybody would have
Billy Strings. I mean,
we'll have a good reason for if they cancel, but we're going to have
we have to give hints. We have to give hints.
One of them is a city guy, but he's not a city. He's a rural city guy. Dude, Mike Lynch, how we doing, buddy? Good to see Mike Lynch checking in.
I'm Mike Lynch.
Mike Lynch, I've been away so long. Love his voice. Has been busy watching a bunch of truck drivers standing up for all Canadians. Yes, he has. He's up there in Canada, just on the other side of the border, where the Canadian truck drivers are making a stand, and that's their business, So good for them, I guess. If I got the shot, so I can't really stand on either side. I'm just going to watch it happen.
I heard it might move to the I heard it might move to the U.S. You can see it in grocery stores and in places by me where there's.
We had a major thing happen at one of our grocery stores this week. One of their major semis full of food got in that snowstorm in the parking lot, and the snow crushed the truck under the weight of the snow. And so all the food that was in the truck, because you got to imagine how much food is in a semi truck, and the whole roof of the truck caved in on top of the food. Now, if they can use some of it, maybe, but probably not all of it. That's a tricky situation. We hope for the best for all the truckers out there. We hope that they don't get sick and they get back on the road soon. And because we're going to have us a convoy, and we can't have us a convoy without a bunch of truckers, I missed that. We're going to have us a convoy.
C.W. McCall.
Right about now, the neighbor dogs coming out next door. So there we go. See, I understand that, Mike. I understand that. Okay, that's why we're going to talk about politics on the show. Hey, the dog says no politics. The dog says no news, no politics. So we got to get back to the topic. Sorry, Scoob. Dogs are out next door. They come out at 4 o'clock to go pee every day. And 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
I saw a band last night, Feed the Dog.
Yeah, how was that?
Fantastic. It's one of the band. Here's a subject that maybe we can delve in for more than a minute. Bands that you see over and over, and every time you see them, you're not bored with them. They're just good every time without having a bad show. Well, anyway, Feed the Dog was a good one, and I really fantastic last night. So Thursday was our Friday last night up at the law office in Yorkville, and hardly any people were there, probably 50, in a small little bar. And when we saw them at Blue Ox, they played in front of 500, 1,000 people at 11 in the morning. They're a great band. They played at Shoe Fest years ago. Hope they play again. But I like collecting drumsticks from the drummers. And that's his
You got that?
drumstick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That
I
was a
like
hell of a
you.
sport.
Yeah, isn't that pretty cool? Look at
Yeah,
how
that's
thin
good.
that is.
That's good
Jet.
sport.
And I go, is that? He goes, no, that's fresh from tonight.
And so Mike Lynch says the only reason our show has lasted so long is because we don't talk about politics. So cheers to that. Here's to talking about what we love and like, and not the stuff they try to make us talk about. And cheers to the Olympics and people skiing down hills and body throwing
I don't. I used
competition.
to love the. I used to love the. Yeah, cheers. I didn't. That's. I used
Um,
to love the Olympics. I don't know what the heck's going on.
they have that one competition during the Winter Olympics. I think it's woman throwing, where they take a woman and they try to throw her as far as they can and spin her around the air a bunch of times, and she has to land on these little blades on her feet. That's the most amazing sport. You think about the fact of ice skaters and what they do. I mean, just woman throwing. They take that girl and they throw her. And part of that trick is can they throw her the right distance? Can they make her spin the right amount of times? And you got people who throw themselves down hills and throw themselves off ramps and throw themselves, the women throwing, that's on ice. That's dangerous.
Well, you know what? I think I'm into my.
It started out in the medieval times. It was just women throwing. There was no ice yet or skates. And it was just how far could you throw your wife? And that was good. And it was competition got really fierce. And they tried to make it, they upped it every year. Finally, they did it in the wintertime. Then they tried to do it like on the icy creek where it was slippery.
Yeah,
And people don't.
and if you wanted and if you wanted to really win, you take a baseball bat and hit the other girl in the knee, and
Oh, Tanya. Oh, Tanya. Oh, Tanya. That
And,
happened. That's happened in our history. The stuff that happens in our so-called amazing America sometimes is pretty fucking incredible.
It is, and days
Mike
slide
Lynch,
by, and
wow. Mike Lynch said he wrote 3 songs lately. Well, Mike, you're gonna have to come on the show and play one of your new songs for us. I've been really enjoying the album a lot. I got the album right here on my desktop, folks. And if you're not familiar with who Mike Lynch is, he's our cowboy in a bathtub friend, and that's just how we know him. And Mike Lynch, Cowboy in Bathtub Songs Part 1 is the name of the album. I've got here.
Mike Lynch, Cowboy in a Bathtub. That's still the second of 2, and yeah.
It'll get in the mail eventually.
No, I sent it once and it came back. So.
Yeah, Mike, you're always welcome to come back on the show and play a song for us. We've got a bunch of music we got next week. Next week is John and Phil Palooza, or Phil and John Palooza. I haven't decided what to call it yet, but it's a Palooza of some sort.
There's a hint. This gentleman who's playing next weekend, he loves sports like I do, and
I got another good
his
hint.
favorite baseball team is the same as mine, and we're really diehard.
All 3 musicians next week, first name only has 4 letters in it.
That's a good one.
So that's the only hint that we give you for the first part of the show, folks. You can't give it all away right away. I was thinking about this today because we have
Jacques Lupante. Yes.
Our show is international. Do you realize that?
I do realize that.
Thanks to our good friend Mike Lynch up there in the bathtub, it's international.
It's pretty cool.
I'm pretty excited about that. I'm wearing your shirt tomorrow, Mike, because you got me that red and white shirt, and I'm wearing it for Valentine's Day. Not tomorrow, but Monday when I deliver flowers for Valentine's Day. But
we fought over the shirt you sent me, Mike, and Laura looks really good in it, so Laura gets to wear it. Thank you very much.
It's funny how that works out, because yesterday Todd Snyder sent me a T-shirt, and Amy saw it sitting on the dresser, and she says, "Is that for me?" And I said, "Well, yes, of course. I thought of you when I got it, and I gave it to her, even though it kind of wasn't, but it's okay. I don't mind."
When they say it like that, you just go, "Yep."
It is for you. Yeah, it's for you. I got what else did I get this week? It was it's kind of a cool week. I did some painting.
Yeah, I did a lot of painting too. I'm looking forward to. Remember we were going to talk about next week, LaSalle.
LaSalle, Peru.
No, the festival, that a mini festival going on in LaSalle.
We know what the place where it's going to be at. What's the name of the place called?
Okay, hold on. I got information here. It's called Homegrown Groove. Next Saturday at 9th Street Pub in LaSalle. There's 6 bands. $5 cover charge from 4 o'clock to 1. 4 o'clock to.
I'm trying to read that in the background.
What?
Just don't mind me. Just watch the show, man.
4 o'clock to 1 o'clock. We got Lunatics. This is Josh Robson and Mike Vasquez and a couple other people running it. 6 bands for $5 from 4 o'clock to 1 o'clock. TJ, Colt, somebody, Kevin Kramer, Lunatics, Snake Oil Bandits. It's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So, John, if you want to come by next week and you say you want to come out,
there's a chance. You never know.
All right, it's by our friend Tommy Harmon. I don't know what's Tommy up to. I wrote him, and I think I just scare him.
We at least have to go see him if we were up there. We maybe.
Oh, heck yeah!
Come out.
So anyway, that's a great show next week. Anybody want to check it out? Great music. Like I said, Feed the Dog. Fantastic set. Show last night. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Friday. It's a Phil and Jon Zone.
Yeah.
It's time for 5 records, man. Mike Lynch has written 5 new songs. Mike, I'll send you the link if you want to be on the show. I tell you what, you're always welcome on the show. Any of you guys that are checking in every day, Trinity, Mike, everybody, Jeffrey, you guys are always welcome to be part of the show. I've been sitting home a lot. I've been home a lot. Go ahead.
I really miss people. This sucks talking like this.
Yeah. Well, I called Chicago Farmer up the other day because I was just missing.
We'll do the records and we'll talk about festivals coming up, including your party and the bands I'm trying to book. Okay.
I've been home a lot, and I have been able to watch a lot of movies. So tonight's theme of my records that I found are all going to be movie soundtracks. Okay. Really? Think so, Scooby? Is that miserable? You got one foot up there. Come up there. It's the first one, Fame. I wanted to be a dancer when I was a kid, I think. I wanted to watch that show and go to the Fame School of Dance and Drama and Music. Mostly about the music, but Fame. It's kind of cool lettering. I like the lettering of it. Simple, effective.
Very simple, yeah.
That's all it took. And then you got the kids in the back doing their dance because they're on the show. It comes from it's called our Broadway play for a long time. Open it up, you got footage from the movie, lots of footage from the movie. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, albums like that, when they open up like that, just boggle my mind. I look at it and just kind of stare for 10, 15 seconds ago. Look at all the production they production, you know?
Hey, gather. You know, go lay down. You guys don't need
great artwork and yeah.
2 pieces of dog food behind the table. The dogs are going nuts over these 2 pieces of dog food. They both got dog food bowl full of dog food, but they got to fight over 2 pieces of dog food on the floor. I love my dogs. Okay, next.
Just a piece of art. I don't know. Just like it. The Polka Party. It's just a beautiful cover. I love the sky. I don't. Just the whole thing just kind of intrigued me. I don't care which band it's a polka party. I got a lot of polka albums. It was just really cool. The sky. I mean, just the whole thing. Yeah.
They seem to like each other.
Yeah, their face. Yeah, beautiful thing.
Is that Frank Yankovic?
No. It is.
I always wondered if that's where Weird Al came from.
It's just, if you really saw you have to see her smiling, and where the hands are irrelevant. Okay, go ahead.
Where her hands are irrelevant. All right, this is a classic that we all like. These are all real simple ones tonight too, and they're all very recognizable things that are from our past.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. Somebody's trying to pay me. Rocky. And this is before Eye of the Tiger. This is when there's just the Rocky theme and the music, Alone in the Ring, the final bell, Rocky Reward. Fanfare. We're Gonna Fly Now, of course. I play that every morning when I wake up. I play Gonna Fly Now. I run up and down the steps in the house. I get to the top of the steps, man. I just put my arms in the air like this. I look back over Philadelphia down there below, and I'm just like, yeah. Rocky. Also stars Burgess Meredith, one of my favorite all-time actors. Played in a bunch of movies I love growing up. So Burgess Meredith, he was like, "You get him, Rock."
Yeah. Any movie recommendations on Netflix tonight after the show? It's movie night because we went out last night. So, any recommendations? That was good.
They're the Black Album idea first. Rocky. All right, that's my number 2.
Okay, it's the Hootenanny. It's just a great cover if you just see all these people. Don't you miss it? Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, I like people sitting around guitars and banjos and playing G and C and D all day long. I love that.
That's it.
Hey, there's Leslie Ruffner. Les Ruffner, the traveling mailman. The singing mailman is just checking in. The other singing mailman, well, our favorite singing mailman is John Prine, of course, but Leslie Ruffner is just right behind there. Mr. Leslie Ruffner, good to see you, buddy. Everybody knows Les Ruffner. If you come to my parties, he's the one that sings around the fire. And he sings guitar and sings good old hits of the 70s and great songs he knows and loves. A bunch of great songs. Okay, this next one, very discreet. This isn't about the artwork tonight, I don't think. It's not about the artwork, apparently. It's just about the words. Because they got the Star Wars soundtrack.
I love Star Wars.
Which everybody should have, you know. Scenes from the film. If you've never seen it, it's about a young boy who grew up on a planet but didn't know he was actually somebody more than he thought he was. And this was a picture of his dad. Oh, spoiler alert. I just really.
That is the weirdest review of Star Wars.
Well, he was. He was
This is a young boy on a planet. That's his dad. Chester, isn't that funky? Yeah, I watch Star Wars probably on an average in a month.
He lives in with his aunt and uncle. They get murdered.
Come on, you want to say hi to John and everybody? Come on, your TV show. Okay, TV show.
He has to stay with his uncle. Hey there, Chester.
Hey, say hey, buddy. Where's
Scooby?
Hey,
Scooby, look over here.
Can I have a kiss?
Look. So that is still my dog, folks. Look at that. That's the same dog.
It is. I'm telling you, John.
But they had a Chester inside of him.
Good boy. Camping? We going to Grandma and Grandpa's tomorrow? Want to go?
We'll go
for a ride? Yeah, we're going to go see Grandma and Grandpa. All right, go down. Hey, what's up with my albums? Okay. Ooh. All right. Thought it was funny. All right.
Oh, Chris Johnson, if your cousin comes on and plays the tuba, we would love that.
The tuba? Okay.
Chris Johnson saying he has a cousin that plays the tuba. We're always looking for musical guests, folks. I don't plan ahead very well. I usually plan the morning of the show, and then they all want to do it next week, and then they call them next week, and they all want to cancel. So next week we have 3 very good musical guests from around Illinois and St. Louis area, from Chicago to St. Louis, and we're gonna put it on. So next week.
Here's another hint for one of the guests. It has to do with a bat. She ate a bat.
That's true. She
ate a bat.
You might think she's related to somebody very dark.
Right.
Very dark. And you could make you paranoid if you think about it for too long. I'll tell you what. My next one here.
Don't get so black.
One of my favorite album covers, I think, ever. Favorite
really?
Posters.
Favorite I have a bunch, and I just look at them and go, wow.
It's got to be this image.
Oh.
The nation's #1 best-selling book. Now the screen's super thrilled. Back when things were books first, isn't that great? When things used to be books first, and people were like, you should make a movie of that. Now everybody sees the movie, and they kind of go, did you know it was a book?
Yeah, I don't read much.
I think she's naked.
Oh, yeah.
I thought she was
she got boobies. She got boobies.
When I was a kid, I thought for sure she was naked in that picture, and that probably.
But that's another one in my rotation. When I don't want it, I have all this stuff you can watch on the channels.
Hey! You're not doing 5 records with us. We missed 420 again because we're just so busy with records. I think it's probably important that So, but this has an interesting. One of my favorite themes on here is Chris's.
Chester's right below me, and his ears are going.
All right, that's not even funny. Let's go on. Let's mellow these dogs down a little bit. Anyway, that's my 4th album.
Oh, okay.
And you're on number 4, I think now will be the
4. Which one should I do? We're gonna go with I might have done it. Ski songs with the girl.
Pretty sure you did it last week.
No, I didn't.
You think you did, man?
All right.
2 weeks ago. I'm gonna go back and watch the video.
You know what?
Show it again. I like the back of it.
No, it's gone. I didn't do it.
Oh.
Rock and roll. The cover. I'm doing blues, and I'm getting covers, and the colors. This is like 70 old. This cover, and it's just amazing. I just keep saying that. It's a beautiful thing, and thinking water.
Okay, I have to clear up a mistake I made earlier in the show. I called Lester a mailman, or Leslie a mailman. He's not a mailman. He's a letter carrier. I'm sorry, that's why the dogs got upset. It wasn't because I said anything else? It was because I said mailman. The words mailman, which is a bad term for for letter carriers because they're letter
Don't get
carriers. Well, you
no
understand. This
political
is
stuff.
my,
No
my
politically correct stuff. Yeah. The reason I bring it up is about the water and how blue water is, and it's. I would like to find places like where you can go off an island and the water is so blue and not. I mean, just real blue.
I like
Where do
blue
you
water. I can do it blue water.
blue? I mean, just doesn't have to be. Yeah, it just yeah, makes me happy to see blue water.
Been watching the Beatles Get Back documentaries. Did you watch it?
No,
It's on
no, I
Disney. I
have
don't know if you
not.
have Disney Plus. It's really good. It's documentaries um about the creation of that album anyway. But my early Beatles education didn't actually even come from the Beatles, other than what I heard on the radio. My first band I saw doing Beatles songs was the Bee Gees in this movie, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which is a great album cover. I mean, it's a great logo. Bam. The brass of the instrument just shines. You know, and there was a big flute. There was a French horn that was a heart. It was such a great. It's kind of a cool movie too, honestly. It's about music and a band that needs to get back together, and the bad guy is taking over, and Mr. Mustard. He's such a, you know. But yeah, that's where I got my earliest Beatles influence from, is from the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton and Sandy Farina. I'm gonna listen to this tonight. It does have a really good Get Back performed by Billy Preston, which is probably pretty important, I think, as far as that goes. You know. Meanwhile, in Illinois,
Um, we're gonna go with just the front cover to the back makes me feel uh, spring, fall, peaceful, 60s. Um,
that's the Mamas and the Papas there, buddy.
you got it, John.
John Williams and the rest of them cats. Was it John Williams? That's his name? The John Laster?
Just a great cover. How? Hmm.
Oh, Mama Cass.
Hmm.
So they're doing a commercial for the Super Bowl. You hear about Super Bowl stuff coming up this weekend?
They got a game this week. Oh, that's right. Finally, yes.
They pay astronomical amounts of money to get 3 minutes of television time when they know everybody's going to be watching, right? So, and then so they pay an astronomical amount of money for a 2 minute slot during the day of a football game, right? And then they pay an actor who doesn't really act anymore, who isn't in anything anymore, to come out and act. And then they pay him not only to act, but to bring back an old character that he doesn't really want to do anymore. How much do you think that must cost?
Okay.
To pay,
Wasn't our in our thing talking about politics or religion, because that's basically what it is. Because every year it's the same bullshit.
it's crazy. It's amazing. It's millions and
Right.
millions of dollars. It could feed every homeless person in my town for the next 10 years easily for just one of those ads.
All right. Okay, I'm just babbling, not rambling. I,
That's it.
I talk about sports a lot, which I enjoy, but once it's festivals or not festivals, springtime, just spring, nothing to do with festival, spring, summer, and fall. I really don't know much about sports because I love gardening, I like being outdoors, I like doing things. So I'm at home now, but I don't. I follow it, but not like I do now. You know, I can't wait to grow my garden. I'm going to bring my greenhouse from downstairs upstairs and start growing from seed that are heirlooms from grandma and grandpa, and we save, and it's a beautiful thing.
So now Mike Lynch is in the dark. He said, "Who am I talking about?" And I don't know if I can mention names. It's just too political. If we start talking about that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know. Super Bowl commercials always freak me out. They're so expensive. You know, but I guess I won't go there. Let's not go there. Let's okay.
No, you can
That's 5 records, folks. 5 records with Phil and John. Did you go 5 or 4? It's okay because you showed another one's probably one you showed before anyway. So we'll just go
no.
with the 5.
Okay, here we're going to go with let's store. Remember Woolworths?
Yeah, 87 cents.
87 cents. I love the old
Look at the
stickers.
size of that sticker. Oh my goodness. It's on the plastic.
Oh yeah. It's in your
I
collection. It's another one from. All these are in your collection.
have the whole Chad Mitchell Trio collection, but I don't have anything that's just the Mitchell Trio. That's before they started calling it the Chad Mitchell Trio. It was either before or after because they're usually the Chad Mitchell Trio.
When you come by, you said you're coming out this way, or maybe you would talk about next weekend, next Saturday in LaSalle.
Well, Friday I have to do the show from here because we have all those freaking guests. Now I've overdone that. Yeah, the idea is there was a dude named I was just a kid fucking with you. We didn't really freeze up, but he froze up for sure. The guy that I was talking about was Mike Myers doing a Super Bowl commercial with Austin Powers. I mean, you talk about the phenomenal amount of money that must be paid to first just to Mike Myers, then to Mike Myers to play that character, then to all the copyright issues around it, then to create it's going to be Bud Light or Doritos or some shit, I'm sure. So then around that, then around the fact that you're going to be doing the commercial, then they're going to, they debut these things like they're like the brand new movie that's coming out. It just drives me nuts. And if you watch the little program during the day, where the heck is he? He's gone, folks, because that's what Phil does. He likes to check in and check out. And when he checks out, we check out for just a minute too, and we'll get back in just a second. Tonight's program is brought to you by Scooby-Doo, Scooby Snacks, Scooby-Doo Haircuts, and Scooby-Doo Piles of Tootsie Rolls. And Rain. That's Rain. I got me $2 over here today. I got Rain and I got Scooby. Does anybody want to play a song on the show tonight? Just let me know. We don't have a guest. We're going to talk about something next in a minute. He is very organic, Mike. This is true. He's organic, and sometimes he fades like the setting sun. That's okay. Let's play out here. Oh yeah, he's coming back. 5 records, folks. It always kind of happens that way. TJK just getting moving. That's great. It's 4:30 in the afternoon when somebody tells me that they just woke up. I'm kind of proud of that person, just a little bit. When we wait for Phil, folks, step out and get yourself a drink. I'm gonna get a beer. Station identification. You up here? Or did he take off again? He must have off again. Anyway, folks, he'll be back in just a minute. I had to get a drink and some treats for the dog. And see what happens. My hat, Mike Lynch. This hat gets worn a lot. John Denver started with the Chad Mitchell Trio. See, that's something I didn't know. And that just takes that puts a whole new perspective on a whole album collection. That's crazy, Tony Eckert. That's crazy. Yeah, this is my hat, Mike, that I wear when I'm out traveling and I do festivals. And normally there's feathers in it. See, normally there's a couple feathers that stick in it, but I took them all out. And then and a lot of the other times, there's when I travel, I'm out doing the shows. That this will be on there as well. It's an old hat, and the feathers are all right here, but they're all they're in transition right now to be processed into something else for the hat. Because I got a whole bunch of feathers from all over the country, different birds, different things. This one's really cool. Like this one. When I pick up feathers wherever I go, and Mom always told me don't pick up feathers because you'll get lice or whatever, but I'm always careful about it, and I don't eat them or put them in my mouth or anything, and I like to keep them on the dashboard of my car for a while. Or this one has spots, and this one is from Hawaii. That's what I found in Hawaii. Let's see if I can show it to you. I don't know. Asked the little Hawaiian person if they could bring it home. They said, you should take that home with you. You guys supposed to bring stuff home from Hawaii.
I got it.
Phil's back, folks. What do you think, Phil? Here's to opening a beer. To you getting back online.
Yeah, hit a move. It seems every time. TJ just wrote he wants to come on, so write TJ.
He wants to come on tonight?
Right now, yeah. He just wrote. He said too late, so I just said yes, and all of a sudden we disconnected. So
I sent the link, so we'll see.
All right.
Put that out there in the world for TJK.
Sorry about that. It seems to happen every time around that time. Then I go upstairs. I am in the basement. Sorry, everybody. What were we talking about? Oh, albums are over.
We did albums. We were just getting ready to. I'm doing my thing where during the show I try to find a guest for the show.
Yeah, TJ wants to play.
If he wants to, he'll bring him in. I mean, there's Mike was noticing my hat, but Phil knows about my hat. It's been around. It's been in the rain. It's been in the snow.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Get his laptop set up. We're gonna have a musical guest here in a little bit, folks. So cool. Hey, Cody Masters, what's up, buddy? Cody Masters, man, I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh wow, Cody, how you doing, Cody?
Yeah, there's a buddy from a long time back. I ain't seen
long
too
time
long.
Past.
Love that guy's hugs, man. One time he hugged me and he fixed my back. It popped back into place and he hugged me. He hugged me so hard, that dude. He's a good dude, man. I miss him. Miss you, Cody. Hope you're doing good out there, bud. Lives
Miss you,
out west
Cody.
somewhere now. I think like in western Colorado or someplace. I remember right. I'm not sure. Hey, that's Scooby's food. Leave it alone. You feed your dog tonight?
Oh, Feed the Dog was killer last night.
Hey, we can
That
talk
was
about
good.
marijuana. Mike Lynch wants to know if we can talk about marijuana beer. Yeah, I
Oh, you
went to
can
the
talk about,
bar.
yeah, heck yeah, heck
I
yeah.
went to a bar recently, where we were at, and they had a beer that was made with hemp, and it, damn if it didn't taste like pot.
Mhm.
It smells skunky a little bit, but it had like an actual pot taste to it. And I drank it. I don't know if I got high and I was drinking, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, we can talk about marijuana beer. Mike Lynch, you can talk about anything you want, buddy.
Yeah, I've tried marijuana beer and marijuana tea. I wasn't into it. I think it's, I don't know.
I
I
had
call it
marijuana soda a few weeks ago on the show.
really. I haven't tried that,
I
but
got pretty buzzed, man. I felt pretty good. Feeling all right. Checking
right,
it out.
right. But I like things with taste. Yeah.
You have taste, Bill.
Well,
It's a fuzzy buzz. It's a funny buzz I found, says Mike Lynch. Yeah, it is a funny
no,
buzz.
yeah.
Anytime you mix two different kinds of directional aids at the same time, it's going to give you an interesting reaction.
That
It's
would be
kind
a
of like
good name for a band. Funny Buzz.
Funny Buzz.
Yeah.
Hey, we're Funny Buzz from Central Illinois. What's happening? Here we come. We're going to play you some songs that you don't know yet. That's what I would say probably. Did some paintings this week. Still working on a couple of them. This one we got right down here, and we got a big one up there this week.
Yeah, I like the blue.
But I'm not traveling.
Mhm.
But I'm not traveling.
You're not traveling yet? I'm ready to travel. Did you
Ready.
get hold of Mr. Bubbles?
No, not yet. Not yet. Well, you know what? I sent him a message, but I never heard back from him. I think he's
He's
working,
busy.
man. He takes on a job in the wintertime. I think he does. Keeps busy working during the wintertime.
He just wrote me. Not wrote me. Just I don't know. Some people get off Facebook and it's like when you go, hey, I want to be your friend. I'm like, dude, you were my friend a month ago. Where'd it happen?
Well, a lot of times that means they got hacked, and if you be their friend, then you'll get hacked, and then Facebook's a funny game. I'm losing a lot of friends off of it that just don't use it anymore because it's a pain in the ass and people are idiots on there.
Yeah, it is.
I see people come and go from it, and I see people just give it up completely, and I see people that are so addicted to it. I mean, I use it quite a bit, but I don't think I'm as addicted as some people are.
TJ didn't write you back?
Oh, he said he's getting his laptop hooked up. He's ready to. He's going to be dinging the dinger anytime now.
Or you just said, why didn't you tell me that?
Because you weren't listening whenever I did tell you that, I think is
What'd
what
you say?
happened.
No, you didn't. I'm gonna rewind it, and I'm gonna. No, it's not. All right, I'm gonna go.
Speaking of rewinding, you can go back, folks, and you can watch every show we've recorded so far. And we've got
No, that's a scary proposition.
Oh, it's pretty funny, Phil. Today. I just started it up.
I'm sure it is, but
I laughed within 5 minutes, and it was just me and you. So I don't even know if it's good or not, but people enjoy it.
Probably 7 out of 10 times I go upstairs after the show and kind of sit in the chair, and go, and most of the time Laura just bitches, goes, "You're an idiot."
Well, here's the thing: you can't. We just have to. Some of the shows are really slow. TJK is on the.
Right when I'm gonna go have a cigarette. TJ, you got a cigarette, TJ?
I don't think I have a waiting room on, so he's just gonna come on.
That's right.
I disabled the waiting room, so TJ's gonna drop in here. Our friend TJK, you're gonna go have a cigarette at the beginning of the person you invited in the interview.
We have a thing about cigarettes.
Yeah. There he is, man. What's up, TJ? How you doing, buddy?
Good.
What's going on, man? How you been?
Phil goes out for a cigarette as soon as Phil sees me. He's like, "I need a cigarette."
He needed it before. I don't ever tell him we have guests because then he gets nervous. He gets starstruck no matter who's coming on the show. And we've interviewed a couple people that he kind of didn't know what to do or say. It was all right though. It was fun to watch. What have you been doing, man?
Oh yeah. Oh, chilling. Hosting open mics, keeping busy. Got a few shows booked for February, so that's good.
Phil was just talking about this show next week that's happening in LaSalle. Are you part of that?
Yeah, I think he's gonna come and vend it. Yeah. I'm opening the whole day with it. I think I'm on at like 4 p.m.
Might try to have to get to that one. See what if I can get out what's going on next weekend. Go from there. Yeah. So yeah, welcome to Phil and Jon Zone.
Yeah,
This is your first time on the show with us. Now you might have been with us when we were live one time, like at a festival, but this is the first time you've been with us in the zone now. Welcome.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I've seen the show a bunch of times, but
And we appreciate that. We don't know what we're doing, but we're having a good time doing it. It keeps us friends. And I don't talk to many people on the telephone very often actually, but I call Phil every week.
Ah, shit. I went upstairs. I don't have any. DJ, you got a cigarette?
You don't have any.
No, the
That's
funny thing
hilarious.
was, I went upstairs to go to the bathroom, and I said I might have a cigarette. She goes, TJ's on. She's holding the phone in front of me in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, I can't have a cigarette yet, so I'm back down. Hey, TJ, how you see you, bud?
Good. Yeah, good to see you too, man.
I'll see you next weekend.
Yeah, LaSalle, it'll be fun. I mean, we're opening for Lunatics, Lunatics slays.
On my list of work this
Snake
week.
Oil Bandits.
They got a new band.
Yeah, I haven't seen those guys yet.
Lunatics, one of the guys from Lunatics has a new band coming out called Beat the Beatles. It's like a Beatles cover band, but they're called Beat the Beatles, which kind of like is good and bad at the same time. I just did some artwork for them.
Okay.
I like the name. The name's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a little play on words, so it's for all their appropriateness. It's something you wouldn't think of when you think of the Beatles, but it works.
You know what I do?
Well, yeah. You can make money playing Beatles songs. That's for damn sure.
I'm sure. Yeah. If you do it fun, if you can make it fun too, like even if like put a twist on them or something, it'd be really cool. The Beatles never really got to play. You think about that. When they played concerts, they did play a few tours, but the people went so crazy that they had to stop playing that kind of stuff. And even at the very end, when they were playing the little rooftop concert and they're trying to do a couple of performances, all those great albums were coming out. They never played half that shit live. Most of it live. They never played most of it live. When we think about it, the White Album came out late. The Abbey Road, the Sgt. Pepper's, all that stuff came out after they really stopped touring like heavily. So
that's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
What do you think about that, Phil?
I was just looking at you guys. Do you guys ever cut your hair?
Not this year. Not since like 2019, I guess. I don't know. Mine's a couple of years long, man, for sure.
Hey TJ, which I'm doing Elmart, so I'm vending next weekend. I'm doing some. How would you like it spelt? And what's your favorite color and favorite animal? We'll go from there.
You know how I like it spelled, just like it is on Facebook.
Okay, TJK.
TJK, but
color and animal.
But my favorite color is probably purple.
Okay.
Color's probably purple. Animal, I want to say raccoon.
Okay.
Nice. Phil's got amazing.
Do a raccoon.
Okay. You're not gonna do a raccoon.
You're not gonna do a raccoon.
I'm not gonna do a raccoon. There's so easy. A little mask, a clean nose.
I'm cool with owl.
And fuzz. I want to see a raccoon owl.
No.
Raccoon owl. I want a raccoon mixed with an owl.
A raccoon that generally, they are nocturnal. They're both nocturnal, so I guess it can happen,
Okay.
A raccoon fell in love with an owl, and they made it work.
Are you hanging for the evening next week?
Yeah, I'll be out. I'm gonna stick around, definitely. I mean, it looks like a really fun time, so I think I'll be there the whole time. Yeah.
You better bring an extra pack of smokes. I'll be there from 1 to 1. Dude. That's a long time, dude.
I will bring an extra pack of smoke, or I'll make sure at least mine is really fresh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I had to go. Yeah, cigarette prices. I only smoke on Fridays. I smoke basically 1 pack a week, pretty much.
So you're saying I'm a bad influence?
No, alcohol is when I. Well, I don't like talking about alcohol, but yeah, I only smoke when I drink alcohol. So. Cheers.
Do what we gotta do. Cheers to yours.
I don't. I mean, everybody does what they do. I don't care.
That's the sponsor. If I don't have shows,
I only smoke when I drink alcohol, but I drink alcohol every day, so I'm a pack a day smoker.
That's fine. I mean, it's like talking about religion and politics. I don't care.
Is there a country song about that?
TJ, what do? You don't do karaoke. You do open mic. Explain what you do.
Yeah, I host open mics. every Monday at the Bulldog Cellar in Batavia, I host an open mic. Yeah, it's a good time. It's we say like bring out your instruments and get your jam on, and it's late. It's like from 9 p.m. till 12. So it's a late one, but we have a lot of fun with it. And I open up the night, and then we get a bunch of different musicians from in the area.
Very cool.
Very cool. So you have a guitar there, friend. Would you like to
Yeah,
play a song for the
it's a good
people
time.
of the world?
Yeah, sure. Anything that you want to hear, Phil?
A 4.5 minute song. How long it takes to have a cigarette, but I can see it on as I go upstairs.
You gotta jog to the Circle K to get smokes first, though. So it's 5.5 minutes long. No, just whatever you feel like playing, DJ. It'll be fine, but
Well, you're locked into 4 songs, so you better.
I'll play this new song. Is it working? You guys hearing me? I feel like my internet's really bad. You can hear it?
well, as good as we can always hear it when somebody freezes up and disappears. We'll just have to see what happens here. We're having a little technical difficulties, folks. It's kind of what happens, and he'll be back. He's coming back.
And
There's a little button that says original sound in your Zoom window, and sometimes that changes the sound.
well, I think I have really bad internet. Anyway, this is the song that's on like Spotify, YouTube Music. I wrote it about the pandemic, about like still going out during the pandemic, even though you're risking it. It's called it. Everything seems to be all right. Indeed, so will I. When they keep talking about what I should do, I'd love to know the truth. Bet you wanna know too what they keep talking around in circles, arguing for argument's sake. Some room for it, others blue, but in the end the system's set to lose, 'cause the writing's on the wall. Tell me to go, but I'm feeling fine. So I'm gonna stay right here by your side. I'm gonna risk it, yeah, gonna risk it. I like to look at the bright side, notice the positive. We're all here, and if you remove the fear, we'd all be free. This is more than just a concept, more than just a theory. It's universal truth, and that's harmony, and it's clear to me. The writing's on the wall, tell me to go, but I'm feeling fine. So I'm gonna stay right here by your side. I'm gonna risk it, yeah, gonna risk it. 'Cause the writing's on the wall, tell me to go, but I'm feeling fine. So I'm gonna stay right here by your side. Gonna risk it, yeah, Gonna risk it. Gonna risk it, yeah. Gonna risk it, yeah. Gonna risk it, yeah. I'm gonna risk it. Gonna risk it, yeah. Gonna risk it, yeah. Gonna risk it, yeah. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it, yeah. Gonna risk it, yeah. Gonna risk it, yeah. I'm gonna risk it. Yeah.
I like it. That's taking the.
And that's on. What's that?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's it's on Spotify and it's like full band tune on Spotify and Facebook and YouTube Music. It's on all the platforms. Released on CD Baby.
Nice. Get it out there. Spread the word. Spread the jam, man. Put it everywhere people can need to get to it. Let's borrow my truck. Never mind. Son borrowed the truck, so I had to give my son approval to borrow the truck. It's kind of stuff that happens during the show. Phil, who knows what Phil's doing?
Phil's gone. Phil's smoking a cigarette.
He might have went down to Circle K to get a pack of smokes. That would be a good on the street.
Come on, man.
Send him out with the camera down the street to Circle K. That'd be a great segment.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing. On this week of trips to Circle K, we get a Reese's candy cup.
Right. Send him after a Zagnut bar. They can find one. They'd search the whole store for a Zagnut bar. Finally asked and freaked the guy out. Thought they were maybe robbing him. Zagnut. Brought to you by Zagnut, folks. I'm not sure what a Zagnut bar is. Sounds delicious, though. So, are you playing?
You want to hear my newest? I was going to say, you want to hear my newest one?
Please, yes, of course. TJK, folks, so check him out on here. We'll get a link in the feed here pretty soon. We can follow what he's doing. And thank you for being on the show, bud. And we're going to give it back up to you. Enjoy it. It's a nice guitar you have there, too, by the way.
Thank you. It's my old K. How do I think about something it's never even been real? Sometimes I think about that look the first day. Well, I remember when you took my heart. Well, I've been waiting, sitting on the sidelines, looking for a sign that we'll be fine, that you'll be mine, and I'll return that look just like the first day when you took my heart. Look, I'm smiling. Look, you're smiling. Look, we're both smiling like that first day when you took my heart. Yeah, it's my newest one. It's like My Heart. I don't even know the name of the song yet.
That's got a good
First Day. I think I was calling it First Day. I got a recording of it.
That's got a cool sound to it. I dig that, man. That's kind of Tweety feeling a little bit there, and I just thought to put you in a spot, but it sounded a little Tweety just a little bit. I don't know. Jeff Tweedy.
Yeah, it's definitely got like I was trying to write something more simple, really kind of straight and to the point, not really a lot of like metaphors and stuff, just say what you feel, kind of thing.
Aren't
You
those
ever
the
think
very
about
best
getting
songs?
into a band?
Well, I technically I have a band right now. We just don't get hired to play very often because we're expensive. I got like Sam White in the band, Ken Pacilio,
You're
Nate.
expensive. What is that bullshit?
Costs money to
Well,
make a band, dude.
I mean, I don't know. Like it's like either you can pay me $100 to show up by myself, or like 200 like an hour for the band. And yeah,
Okay, keep
I
going.
usually just go play solo everywhere.
All right.
I think
But
they
it's
should
called
pay.
TJK the Tipping Point. TJK the Tipping Point. And technically, we have a band.
Once you come over to my house, I'll give you $100 and a case of beer, and you can play in the
See, that's not
garage.
enough to hire the
That's not a
band.
bad. No, for a solo act, that's not a
And I'll
bad
give you
offer.
and I'll
Really.
give you a pack of cigarettes.
For a solo act in town, that's not a bad deal, man. You know.
Well, yeah, I'll come by. You don't got to pay me anything. I'll come
Well,
by.
I know you
I'll
would.
come
I
by,
know you would.
know.
I've absolutely. Yeah.
Sounds really good, TJ. And I wasn't trying to say you sound like Jeff Tweedy, because you sound like you, man. You sound like TJ for sure. Just had that kind of groove to it.
Thanks.
That tempo, I guess, maybe. What you
I
want
just
to do.
saw Wilco sold out, and we got lucky to see him. And
A bunch of fucking sellouts. Yeah, they are. Never mind. No, we're gonna talk about that right now. That's the last concert we went to together, Phil.
last concert I saw last night, Feed the Dog. Feed the Dog is a band from Wisconsin. They played at Shoe Fest. I've seen them many a time. Just a fantastic. Here's a synopsis of we're gonna go through TJ and hey puppies. Bands that we see over and over, and you're not bored with them. They're that good, and every time they kind of not shock you, but I want to go see them again. And Feed the Dog's one of them. Yeah, and the drummer play the side. I like collecting drumsticks from drummers, beat up ones. Excuse me.
You ever seen a band that was so good that you really ran out really fast to see them the next time they came and played, and they were no good? I've done that.
Yeah,
No, that's
God.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, if a band's so good the first time you see them that you expect that same feeling the second time.
Oh yeah, there's probably that. That's a different category.
That's a whole different category. You're right.
Yeah, Feed the Dog was really good last night. They went from up in Wisconsin where they live. They played at Shoe Fest. You ever hear them, TJ? Feed the Dog?
Yeah, no, I caught him at Shoe Fest. Yeah.
Yeah, they came. They're friends of. I just love their vibe. And they went from here to Yorkville. They played in Yorkville last night at the Law Office. We saw me and Laura last night, and there's like 50 people. And when they see him at Blue Ox, there was 1,000 people watching him. It's amazing to see a great band in a small venue. And here's the thing. Here's another story about going to venues that are small and intimate. And when you know the band and you're up close, I don't like that vibe. Being up close.
Sometimes
I
you have
like
to be
being
comfortable.
way back.
What if you're at a band show and you're up close and you know them and there aren't very many people there? How do you feel about that feeling?
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's always. I feel bad for the band when people don't come. You know, but
I don't like being up close. Yeah, I mean,
What I don't like going to those big shows where there's like 10,000 fucking people around. You got to be like elbow to elbow, fucking touching people all the time. Like some of these bigger bands, I don't know. I have a tough time going to see them. They're just paying $10 for a beer and then fucking. I don't like to be on top of people. That's why I don't really like Chicago all that much. I like sticking out in the suburbs to the little shows. Like Pollyanna. You been to Pollyanna yet?
I've not been to Pollyanna. Is it a cool vibe?
Pollyanna's a great venue.
You know what's a great vibe is Sidecar Supper Club, the upstairs. She's got to run that thing.
Definitely.
That is a ball setup. Upstairs, outside. Inside, I won't go there because it's too tight.
My first show with Barn Owl Band was on that stage.
Yeah, you still have the album?
Yeah, it's actually sitting up above my bed right here.
All right, that's cool.
There's a place in Riverton. There's a place down here in Riverton, Illinois that's called the Listening Lounge.
And you still have it. I am intrigued. One day I'll put it on. You still have that one, oh band. That's pretty dope.
Is there a date on it, TJ?
Yeah, I still got it. I like wake up to it, and like every time I wake up, it's like really trippy, you know, because you're just like waking up, and it looks different kind of every time, you know.
Yeah. You know, that's worth. Yeah, that's worth good stuff,
It's
right, Chesterberry? Yeah.
a classic.
I need a TJK one though now.
Well, I got it. That's why I said blue. You said purple, and you said uh,
Raccoon.
raccoon. Yeah, right. See, I yeah. Come on up.
Purple, purple and gold. You got to do purple and gold. Those two go together well.
Well,
Like
I'm a
the
Viking
Vikings.
fan. Purple gold. Okay, TJ, want to play another song?
Yeah, I'll do one more for you guys.
Okay,
How
cool,
about you-
John.
Well,
how about you-
let's do the classic. Let's do the classic. Let's do the one everyone knows. This one's about. Have you guys ever tried acid before? Yeah, you guys have tried acid. I would never have guessed it. You too. But this is about a rat that takes acid. It's called a woke rat. There was this tiny little rat. He went scrounging round my trash. He found something most peculiar. Find it was a strip of my orange sunshine. He was a whoa rat wandering the universe. Whoa rat staring at his tiny little paws. Whoa rat, why am I covered in so much fur? Whoa rat, open up his third eye. Then there was this fluffy cat. She ate that dosed out rat. The funny thing, she was pretty much the same. I think cats are tripping any old way. She was a whoa cat wandering the universe. Whoa cat staring at her tiny little paws. Whoa cat, why am I covered in all this fur? Whoa cat, open up her third eye. Then there was this scary, awful bat. He took a bite right out of the cat. He didn't need his sonar. No longer had use for his sonar. No. He was a whoa bat pondering the universe. Whoa bat staring at his tiny little claws. Whoa, bat. Why am I covered in just like a little bit of fur? Whoa, bat. Open up his third eye. Then there was this guy, his name was Matt. He was wearing a hat that had been previously dipped in a vat. He was at the show till he got lost. He was lost in the parking lot. He was a whoa man pondering the universe. Whoa man staring at his tiny little pants. Whoa, man. Why am I covered in all these clothes? Whoa, man. Naked in the parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Little
right.
woke rat for you guys.
The woke
That
rat,
was awesome.
folks. That was really good. Staring
That
at
was
a
awesome.
tiny little pause, man.
I was just thinking about the Grateful Dead shows that I saw naked women in the parking lot.
One of my first experiences
I
ever
mean,
with that
for
experience.
real. For reals. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, well, that's I don't think I've done that, but it's something you hear about.
Ever
I don't
stared
think
at a
I've ever
tiny little
done that.
pause?
I naked fired.
Well, definitely that. Definitely that. But I've never ended up naked in a parking lot at a show yet. Not yet. Who knows?
I've had that worry, but it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, it's kept me from doing that experience every night from times. I knew that could happen. I don't know. So Phil likes to get naked in
Yeah,
parking
that's a
lots.
funny
Folks,
one.
I've heard here. That's a great song, TJ. That's really fun, dude. My goodness.
Right on,
Staring at a
TJ.
tiny little pause. I tell you, that just like
Screen.
yeah. What
If you
happened?
if you look my name up on YouTube, you guys both I think know June Jameson, right?
Oh, of
Yes.
course.
Yeah.
She did a video of that song at her farm, and it's on YouTube. You can check it out. She edited it and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Cool.
That's the TJK original right there. The woke cat, huh?
Yeah, all those have been originals. Yeah.
Good. I thought so for sure. I just want to make sure.
Naked in the parking lot. I gotta write that.
They can really people can find you on
Look up TJK woke rat. Yeah.
Can you spell
Wolf. No raccoon.
it,
Wolf.
spell it like I have on your screen there? TJAYKAY.
Naked
Yeah.
wolf
Yeah.
parking lot. Naked wolf in the parking lot.
You just gave him the pain.
All right. Maybe you got something there.
A mouse and a cat and a rat and a
No,
bat
rat. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do a rat on the thing. You gotta put a rat on the recording.
Woke rat.
Raccoon in the parking lot.
If you haven't heard it before here, folks, you heard it here on the Phil and Jon Zone episode 93. What episode? I just made a new word up. Wepisode.
94.
94, because I did it wrong, because Phil always corrector pants in me. All right, Mr. Corrector Pants. Phil. All right. Trying to. Anyway, I don't know if you got anything coming up, TJ, that you want to tell anybody about, or we really appreciate you being part of the show, of course, tonight. It's good to see you, bud. You sound great. Look awesome, man.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I can plug a few shows that are going on this month. The 18th, I'm gonna be there with Phil. We're gonna be at LaSalle. I don't remember the name of the bar, but it's called Homegrown Groove. The festival is
9th Street Pub.
The 18th. Oh yeah, 9th Street Pub. Yeah, that's exactly what it's called. In LaSalle, Illinois. That one's gonna be like an all-day event. I'm starting at 4 p.m. and I don't think Lunatics is on until like 10 or 11. So it's gonna be a full night of music.
Snake Oil Bandits are gonna be there.
Snake Oil Bandits. Josh Robson's the one who is putting it on. He's the one who he's like my contact, and he's the one who hired me for it. He's great too. If you guys ever had a chance to talk to him. And then the 25th, I'm opening for a bunch of rappers in Batavia at the Bulldog Cellar. Or actually, no, the 25th, I'm playing McCarty Mills Tap Room in Aurora. I'm playing McCarty Mills Tap Room in Aurora on the 25th. It's like a small little tap room. Takes like 10 people to fill, but we have a really fun time there. I get the whole crowd going and stuff. And then the 26th, I'm opening for a bunch of rappers. The 26th, I'm opening for like Judd Mason, Double Entendre, Chemical Warfare. That's at Bulldog Cellar. It's be Saturday the 26th. Yeah, that's what I got going on.
So you just got me in my mind spinning now. I'm kind of curious if you have some rapping skills now. If you have some lyrical spitting that you can do.
No, they just let me do my thing over there. Well, I do Disconnected, which is kind of a rap song. One of my tunes. Here, do you want me to leave you on that? Do you want to leave you on Disconnected, my rapping tune?
Yeah, I think that's what we'll let you finish out with that, and I'll let the dogs bark. I'll mute myself, Phil. Thank you, TJ, for coming. Phil, any last words for TJ?
Headed to the woods, I'm trying to teach. No need to call me, I'm unplugged, out of reach. Cause the guy that says love is intention gives me reason to begin to mention. Even though we've all lost direction, she's got a plan for the population. I'm disconnected, connecting to the dirt. I'm disconnected, rooting myself to Mother Earth. Cause nowadays we forget to breathe, but now head into the sand. Well, realize what's meant to be before all this gets out of hand. Well, we make choices and we are wise, but why, oh why are we following all of these lies? I'm disconnected, connecting to the dirt. I'm disconnected, proving myself to Mother Earth. Disconnected, connecting to the dirt. I'm disconnected, proving myself to Mother Earth. Cause the world's gonna grow. Sit back and enjoy the show, relax. We never quite know which way we're supposed to go, so find me here among the trees. Here we're free, living our own possibilities. I'm disconnected, connecting to the dirt. I'm disconnected, moving myself to Mother Earth. Disconnected, connecting to the dirt. I'm disconnected, moving myself to Mother Earth. Yeah, it's that kind of rappy, it's got like rap cadence to it or whatever.
I like it,
man.
I
Sounds
like
really
it. That
good,
voice was very distinctive. I like that.
We got
I was trying to
a
think
response. I'm hearing there's a response. Hold on.
Very good, TJ.
Yeah, very good, TJ. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being part of the show, being part of the zone.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
I got one last question before I let the guests go every time. I want to ask you what your very first favorite song was when you were little.
Very first favorite song when I was little. You Are My Sunshine.
All right, I'll do that. That sounds like something my grandma might have taught me. I like that. I love that song. Well, on that note, TJ, thanks for being part of the zone, and please check back in.
I'll see you in a week, buddy.
And
yeah, I'll see you guys soon. All right.
I'll see you.
Thanks,
see you, TJ.
Peace out.
Peace out, buddy. I got something to share.
All right, I like when you share. It's very organic the way we do this show. There's no structure to it. There's unprofessional at best. But please share.
I just got a package in the mail. It's Amazon for shoes or some kind of tchotchke for. I got a package in the mail during the show for reals from Scramble Campbell.
Nice.
I mean, no, it had to do with you, John. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is.
Oh, that's the book.
Yeah, that's the book, and that's in the calendar. I mean, she just handed in this. It is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Scramble Campbell.
Thank you. He's been communicating with me since I told him.
This is amazing. This is absolutely fantastic.
It's a lesson to be learned because if you like somebody and you like what they do, just say hi to them and they might become your
The
friend.
picture.
Yeah. That's what he's probably doing tonight, man, for all we know. He's probably standing out there. You watched Tool the other night. You saw Tool last week. Did some paintings of Tool. Our friend Scramble Campbell, folks, he's a live artist. He's why I paint live, really, because I saw some stuff about him painting live and getting up in front of music and doing, painting right there on the spot. And because of him, that's why I paint live. And so I think there's a big deal. He's a really good person. We're going to get back on the show one of these days where we can actually all meet him.
That would be nice.
Yeah, there's because we tried to have him on the show and he only had audio. So we actually interviewed one artist on our show who was a strict artist, painter, and he was only audio only.
Well, I was trying to get Scramble Campbell painting Todd Schneider's live on our show. So could that
Yeah, I'm
happen?
pretty sure I got a painting he did of Todd Snyder right there. The picture that I'm supposed to paint on. And actually, you know what? Maybe we'll do that next week. Maybe I'll paint on the picture that he painted. I'll try to have him come on the show.
Any more hints for our show? Next week?
Next week's a big show, folks. 3 musical guests.
What do you mean big show? Big show.
Three scheduled musical guests. Some of our biggest friends from around this nation and around our area. And nobody that is outside of our grasp. They're our friends, and so they're going to all play on our show next week.
One's out of state.
One is out of state, barely. By a river. By one river. We need to talk about if we're going to go to Blue Ox or not pretty soon, because that's going to be about the 4th weekend in June, I think. Third or 4th weekend in June.
Do you see all the festivals? Everything is because that's a happy place for to go camping for 2-3 days if you can, and go see great music. And some people don't even go just to camp and hang out with friends, and it's a beautiful thing.
I like to go camping. I like to hang out with friends. I like to go see music live. I like to paint in front of people. I like to share artwork with people. I like to walk around on a whole course of a weekend for like 3 days out in the festival grounds. And when we get there on Wednesday, sometimes me and Phil get there on Wednesday, and when we get there, we pull into these places. We park our cars, and that's it, man. We don't get back in our cars. We don't even go into a building sometimes until Monday or Sunday, until we leave. We'd be lucky if there's a bathroom building that's nice to have that every now and then, or shower house, But
it's a happy space. It's a happy space. There's no doubt about it.
I'm very lucky. That's why wintertime's a tough time. You got all of our downtime. Because we're used to going.
Yeah, I didn't bring that up. I was just outside having a small break. And the sun was coming down. Say hi to my grandma, Omi, and Ruthie, and my brother up there. But the sun was it was perfect. The point was that it went from 40. We're going to drop 40 degrees from today to tonight in Aurora, Illinois. But I fed the hummingbirds, not the hummingbirds, excuse me, my woodpeckers and my squirrels, and they come and talk. They come up and. It's pretty cool seeing them outside. They don't come out all day. They come out in the morning and the evening. So it was a beautiful thing outside on the deck.
Yeah, I believe that.
I like nature. I like the outside. But this stuff from from you, John, and Scrambled. It's just. Yeah.
I don't have the book yet.
Laura's already trying to grab the stickers because.
I've got a bunch of stickers. I've got postcards. I've got the calendar from last year. But
this is amazing. Thank you, my friend. I can't. Yeah. I don't know if no, you can't do it because you gave me a care package.
You want to hear a song, a cowboy song?
Yes. I'm gonna have a cigarette.
Go
for it, Johnny. Go for it, Johnny.
About old time cowboy.
You can do whatever you want.
Old time cowboy. Don't you understand? His eyes were sharp as razor blades, and his face was leather tanned. His toes were pointed inward from a hanging on a horse. Well, he was an old philosopher, of course. He was so thin, I swear, you could have used him for a whip. He had to drink a beer every day, just keep his britches on his hips. I knew I had to ask him about the mysteries of life. And he spit between his boots and he replied. When he said, he says, faster horses, younger women, older whiskey, more money. Well, he smiled and all his teeth were covered with tobacco stains. He said, don't do it, man, no good to pray for peace and rain. Peace and rain is just a way to say prosperity. And buffalo chips is all it means to me. You know, I told him I was a poet. I was looking for the truth. I do not care for horses, whiskey, women, or the loot. Well, I said I was a writer. Oh, my soul was all on fire. He looked at me and said, boy, you are a liar. Oh, 'cause you know why? It's faster horses, younger women, older whiskey, more money. There's more. Well, I was delusioned if I was just even to say the least. I grabbed him by the collar and I jerked him up to his feet. And there was something cold and shiny laying right across my head. So I started to believe the things he said. But my poet days are over now. And I'm back to being me. Enjoy the peace and comfort of this old weird reality. If my boy he ever asks me what it is that I have learned, well, I think that I will readily affirm. Son, it's faster horses, younger women, older whiskey, more money. Oh, I'll say it again. It's faster horses, younger women, older whiskey, more money. But you know what it really is, though, Phil? It's more money. No, it's more money. Even more money. And just a little bit more money.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get your faster horses, younger women,
No.
older whiskey, more money. Checks in the mail, Phil. Week 94, your checks in the mail. Do you know the alphabet?
Yeah, I do. What are we doing?
The alphabet tonight? I think it should be three-piece bands, man. I know you said it was bands that had colors.
No,
on it.
let's do, that's a tough one. How about bands with a color in their name?
All right, I'll do bands with a color in their name. And if they just happen to be a three-piece band, you get extra points. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
A, Agent Orange, also a three-piece band out of Southern California. Agent Orange, I don't know if you remember them. Everything
Yes,
turns
I
gray.
do. I do. And we can go rebuttal. I love Alt J is a three-piece band. Alt J, a big-time band in America. Okay, go ahead. I got B. We're gonna go with the Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees, yeah, they're a three-piece band. I like the Bee Gees, man. They're cool. I just had the Bee Gees night. I had the whole Bee Gees thing, the Beatles thing. I understand it. I'm gonna go with for C. I'm gonna say Cream. Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, and Eric Clapton in Cream, a three-piece band from Britain. I think they're from England, jolly old England.
Yes, they are. Are we doing colors and three-piece bands combo?
Cream is the band, is the
I know.
color.
Oh, okay. We can do either or. Okay, we're gonna go with D. Color. We're gonna go with or a three-piece band. We can do both. We're gonna go with color Deep Purple and three-piece band Dinosaur Jr.
See, that I was gonna say Dinosaur Jr., so I didn't have to call you out on that one. That's perfect. Three-piece band. And they weren't always a three-piece band. Sometimes they're a four-piece band, but they started.
Yeah. It's funny. I saw Genesis as a three-piece band in a bunch of categories when I researched.
E, a color, and a sort of a color, I guess. Everclear. That's a three-piece band. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
The band Everclear from probably from Santa Monica, I'm guessing.
Well, you can do
Someplace like
a
that.
three-piece band or color.
I like
It's
it
tough.
if you can do a color and a three-piece band, you've got it, you know.
My three-piece band would have been Emerson, Lake, and Palmer.
Yeah, I got them. That's a good one too. And that's a three-name band, which is a three-piece band. So
Yeah.
you basically doubled on that one. So
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Are you glad you could attend? Come inside, come inside. Oh boy. See, I brought the dogs out.
And no singing failure. It's in the rule book. It's in the rule
But
book.
I'm a huge fan of, yeah. And that was really three piece. There was no guys on the side playing.
No.
No. Emerson,
I like,
Lake and Palmer.
Hold on.
Hello?
I didn't say hold on like freeze. I said hold on a second. I was trying to get the dogs to stop barking for a minute.
F.
F. I'm gonna say for F. I'm gonna say my favorite band for F is a three-piece band, but it doesn't really have a color. I'm gonna say Firehose.
Color or three piece?
Firehose from Southern California, from San Pedro. Mike Watt, and the two other guys that played with him. I can't remember the names right now. Why has it escaped my name? But anyway, Firehose. If you don't know who Firehose is, I'm not talking about Firehouse. No.
Yeah, no.
Firehouse. Firehose is a great band. Underestimated because underestimated because they were put on a punk rock album label, but they weren't really a punk rock band, so it's kind of a tough one. Firehose.
Okay,
Yeah.
F. I'm gonna put Frank Black and the Catholics.
No, you're G.
Okay, G. I'm G. We're gonna go with.
We're kind of doing both letters tonight. So talking.
Yeah, we can go. Yeah, just.
G's an obvious trio.
G is Green Day, obviously, but
trio, yeah. Or George Thorogood and the Delaware Destroyers was also a three-piece for a minute.
Or Golden Earring was considered a three-piece band.
But was it more than three pieces? Why was it considered?
Well,
a three-piece
you know,
band?
if you look up the history or just Google the piece bands, Genesis is in there quite a bit in the top, and I don't get it. So I eliminated a few bands. Genesis, no. I love Genesis. I love Peter Gabriel.
I can't consider them a three-piece ever, though.
No, not
it's
at all.
not a color either, so just skip that one. I'm going to say for H, I'm going to say hot tuna. Is tuna a color?
Yarmulke Kokkonen.
Hot tuna, those three pieces usually, sometimes two, but had three power trio albums from 1974 to 1977 they had.
H, I would go for Jimi Hendrix Experience or Husker Du, who I see.
Husker Du, yeah, that's a good trio. And Hendrix Experience, the original Hendrix Experience with Mitch Mitchell and Noel Redding, that was cool.
I couldn't find a three-piece band in I, but I found a color.
There's a band called Invisible that's an I band, but they're not very good.
That's right. Invisible Cartoons are playing at the Law Office tonight, where we saw Feed a Dog last night.
Well, you should probably go see it. You know, man, I get that much.
You got a limo and $100?
Well, for I would just say Ike and Tina Turner. But that's not just three letters, not three-piece band.
Okay, that's good though. It works. Okay, my I for color would be Indigo Girls.
See, there you go. And there's probably Indigo Girls. There was probably a third Indigo Girl that got awkwardly kicked out of the band or something. For J, I want to say my favorite color band for J is the James Gang. That's not a color band, but that's a good trio.
Color or trio?
Color band would be for J. And that's tricky. I'll have to think about that one for a minute. But James Gang for sure, a three-piece. You know, if you're gonna have a three-piece band. Three-piece band, you know, you don't have two guitar players trying to play over each other. You don't have a weird singer who's awkward. You have everybody in the band, you know, playing an instrument and performing the whole time. There's not one of them can fuck up because they have to be. It's a three-piece band. The bass player fucks up, the guitar player fucks up. You just know it. There's something wrong, you know. They all have to fit together like a puzzle. So three-piece band's important. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. So I said, what did I say? The James Gang?
A color and three-piece. One of our favorite bands, three-piece bands out of the Carolinas, North or South Carolina. John Stickley Trio. Fantastic band, John Stickley and Leslie and Lindsay and Hunter, a great band. And my color would be Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Nice. Well, you did that on purpose because I said James Gang. Now you've stuck me with K, which is I'm gonna have to think about it because K, there isn't a whole lot of stuff. You got King's X as a 3-piece.
Yep, you got it. Color, you're gonna get it. In one of my favorite bands, it's on my punch list, and they come at just
Hold on.
I don't get a C note. You know, you need $100 for a ticket because they always play at great venues. It's one of my favorite colors too. And if you play chess, there's my clues.
Something about knights.
King Crimson.
King Crimson? Okay, King Crimson. Okay, I wouldn't have thought of that. No, not at all. That's you've got good. That's a good pick for your K for color. King Crimson. Yeah.
L.
L. For a 3-piece band. I don't know. I was going to say the Los Lonely Boys, but there's always more people in the band than three. They always have a big band with them, but they're considered a 3-piece band.
Well, you should know, but you do all these posters. A lot of these I had to go through the Hartford and festival thing. And
I worked for them a long time ago. Long time ago.
Lonesome Ace String Band.
Lonesome
Ace 3-piece band who's going to be playing at Hartford this year. 3-piece band.
I used to love a band called the Leaving Trains when I was a kid. You ever heard of Leaving Trains? No. It was a punk rock band from there again, Southern California, probably.
And my color band would be Living Color.
You just took L. Thank you for doing L. Hey, that's Scooby's food.
Oh no.
Scooby's food. Get off. Go.
What are they doing in there?
He's trying to eat Scooby's food. Did you take M? No, you just took L.
What do you want?
For M, I like the band Motorhead. For a band that's three people. For a band that's a color, or I like the Meat Puppets too. They're really good. Band a color. My Yellow Tricycle. They're from South Carolina.
You're full of bullshit. My Yellow Tricycle from South Carolina.
Yeah, M's a tough one. You got the Minutemen
M.
is a great band, but
what letter are you on?
I think I'm on M.
You got M. You got it.
The Minutemen are my favorite 3 pieces that come together. That's back to Mike Watt again. The Minutemen.
M. 3-piece. Motorhead. You said Motorhead.
I said Motorhead. So what are we talking about? Let's keep going. I can't think of
color. Moody Blues. Yes.
Oh, the Moody Blues.
Okay, I got N.
And the best, one of the better.
The simple 3-piece band is Nirvana.
Why don't you steal the thunder, man? I'd say you just take it right out from underneath me. That's what I
thought it was your turn or my turn.
Yeah, exactly. It was your turn.
Okay, I'm on that. What letter am I? Okay, you can have the next two. I have O. Oh, great. Okay, research this one.
Hey, you have a producer there. This isn't fair.
I got to pee.
No.
Yeah, I do. Bathroom's right here. We got 2 of them. Oh, we got 3 outside. There was no 3-piece band that I could find, but I do have a color for Tony Orlando and Dawn.
All right. Tony Orlando and Dawn. What's the color, Dawn or the Orlando?
Hey, cut it out. Hurry up. Let me slide by. It was on the thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was you did that to me. Tony Orlando and Dawn. The 3-piece band I would pick would be the Outfield. A song to be stuck in your head forever. But the Outfield was 3 pieces. They're again a good 3-piece band. And we're getting to P, and you're going to get P now. That's not fair. Or no, why have P? Somebody's not paying attention because the best 3-piece band I found is the Presidents of the United States of America. Are you okay, Phil? Are you there?
No, I'll give him a break. I mean, he's.
Don't tell me what he's doing. We're on the air.
Swall band, you heard him? Classic Chicago string band, kind of blues band. Here's one of their tunes.
Wait a minute. Tony Orlando and Dawn was a 3-piece band. Tony Orlando, and Dawn was the two girls. Remember seeing that on the show? All right.
That's fine. It works. It works for me. I don't know why where the
I was
T,
getting sweating it out. It's not a
where the
color.
T comes in there, or the O. I'm not sure. It's your.
You got P.
Okay, so
I
for
just
P is Primus, the police, the presidents of the United States of America.
color.
But for a color, you got Pink Floyd. I think that's probably what I would pick.
Okay.
Spoiler alert: you told me that to use that, but Primus was a great three-piece band. It's consistently a three-piece band. They don't venture outward. Like guys do the police and the presidents of the United States of America. Though they have something to be said for those guys. That's a pretty incredible band.
What
Challenge
band?
the presidents of the United States of America.
I seen them.
Oh,
Now, you know the song Kitty, and you know what's the other one they have? The Kitty was the big hit, but then the other one's Peaches, of course. You eat lots of peaches, but that's only one album. They've got like 7 to 9 albums. They're all very good albums. They're worth listening to. They're every album. If you like rock and roll music, you've got to listen to the presidents of the United States of America. Very important. And that could be a color. That's like red, white, and blue. And now you get Q. Good luck.
Well, I kind of looked. I couldn't find a three-piece band with a Q. There was one Q/36. That doesn't count. But the color for Q would be Quicksilver Messenger Service.
Oh yeah. So you know who Paul Christensen is?
No.
Like he was in a band with he was in another band from the 80s or whatever. There's a band called QUI that's a three-piece band. It's Paul Christensen and Matt Crunk, which they only named 2 people, but they're from Los Angeles, formed in 2000, punk, noise, and experimental rock. They released their full-length album, Baby Kisses, in 2003, and I wonder why they're not around anymore. This is our new album, Baby Kisses. We're a cool hardcore punk band. Anyway, that's Q, the three-letter band for Q.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I mean, we like
Queensryche
and.
I have to vacuum real quick. So just so you know.
What was that?
Rubber from the bottle.
Who's that?
He's eating it.
Dogs.
Hi, Amy.
Amy. Phil says hello. Okay. She's
don't like
home
me
from work. She worked hard this week. It's Valentine's Day.
She don't like me anymore after last show.
No, she does still actually, but she doesn't want to talk to you ever again.
That's what I thought.
No, dude, she's fine. Then she's worked very hard this week.
Can I come to summer solstice
The
or
big
what?
holiday for flower shops is Valentine's Day, folks, and that's a big deal for us.
Hey, can I come to summer solstice or what?
You're invited, sure. If you want.
Who's playing?
Drive 3 hours from to see it.
I'm trying to get some big bands, dude.
I think Leah Osborne's gonna play, and
At the show?
Jenny B. And at my house. There's only 2 I can announce for right now, though. We got vacuuming going on.
You and your secrets. We'll talk. Don't get Chester talking. Okay, what letter are we on? We're an R. R. I get R?
3-piece.
Oh.
Chester, come here.
We're going to go with the color first.
Okay.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's pretty smart.
And then we're going to go with not the obvious. We're going to go with Run DMC. Yes.
3-piece. That's a good 3-piece.
It was so intriguing researching. I like researching. That's about the only thing I like the computer for.
I'm really kind of disappointed that we didn't use Black Sabbath, but we'll get back to that. That's something we talk about all day.
No, it's one of my bands. I heard Sabbath the other day, and it was morning time. I just cranked it up, and it made me feel just some really classic.
How about the for the S band? It's a 3-piece band, and it's a color
F.
the Screaming Blue Messiahs. Or you have Silverchair.
That's a bunch of baloney. You just made that up.
No, the Screaming Blue Messiahs is a real band, dude.
What was that? A 3-piece band
Yeah,
or the color?
it's at both.
All right.
But then the other pit. Then if you don't take that one, then I'll just say Silverchair.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a 3-piece band. That's also a color.
My 3-piece band would be. They're playing at Hartford. Sweet Lilies.
Sweet Lilies, okay.
And one of my favorite songs from the S color would be Silver Spoon's Pickup.
Silver Sun pickup.
Silver Sun pickup. Oh,
I
killer
don't know
song.
anything about a Silver Sun pickle, but I think that sounds pretty good to me.
Not pickup, pickup. Yeah,
Pickup?
Silver Spun pickup. Killer
Like a
song.
pickup truck or a pickup for a guitar? I'm lost.
No, you're not.
So
Okay,
for,
go ahead.
For
You got
T,
T.
have you ever heard of the band Therapy?
Mm. No.
No,
Well, then that's the band I pick. You never heard of them? They're real.
no, they're
It's
not.
a three-piece
Color
band.
or 3-piece?
That's a three-piece band. They came out of the suicidal tendencies. They were a funk band.
Okay.
But as far as T goes for a color band, let me think about this for a second. I really gotta think about it. The Black Crows.
Okay, that'll work.
And I use the which is
Because they're getting
the Black
difficult.
Crows.
Every time we get to this stage, it gets difficult because I kind of looked and I can't find some things. Okay, the Black Crows. That's cool. T I would have used one of my favorite bands, Thin Lizzy.
Of course, yeah, Thin Lizzy.
And color would be Tangerine Dream.
I think the Thin Lizzy was always a three-piece band. They weren't they?
No, they're not.
Okay.
Were they?
That's why I
No,
didn't
they
see
were
it today when I did
4-piece,
my
but it was
research.
their classic were 3, and then it went to 4. And yeah, I just saw a video about a month ago, and just killed me. Okay, you. These are gonna get tough now. So
I'm gonna say Urge Overkill.
okay, that'll work.
And for a color in a band name, starts with a U. That's tough because U is a weird name for a
Yeah, I don't know.
is a weird band name already anyway.
All right, we're just gonna start skipping V.
Did you freeze on me? Did you disappear? I'm not done yet. Why would you leave? Why would you give up so quickly? Man, I can find a color. Ugly Kid Joe. That's a color, isn't it? No. Ugly Kid Joe is my color. Uncle Cracker. Humphreys McGee. That sounds like a color. There aren't too many bands with you that have the Undertones. How about the Undertones? We'll go with the Undertones. Did I pause you somehow? That was weird because now you're gone and we're almost there. We only have like 3 letters to go.
Okay,
The Undertones. Okay.
The undertones. So we're back.
The Undertones is my U band. It's a kind of a color. The Undertones because you put
Okay.
when you paint.
Okay. UV is the Velvets.
The Velvets.
Yeah. It was a band. I don't even know. You trying to find some 3-piece or V? W for W. Color or band. 3-piece.
For W?
Yeah.
It's easy.
3-piece.
The
What?
Wombats.
Dude, that's weird because I looked it up. It is. I mean, I did. I wrote. It's right here, and I'm like, I know. Okay, you know more than I do. Some things. That's pretty good. Okay, color with a W.
With a W?
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Tell Chester, you can do it. You can
There's
do
Wild
it.
Adriatic.
Oh, come on. It's so simple. You're just gonna go. Damn. Damn. There's 2 of them. So obvious. Come
White
on.
Zombie or
Yeah.
White Snake.
There you go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
You don't win when you guess White Snake. That's not a winning score. I don't care who you are.
No, Jack White's been on something out.
I like White. I like Jack White. The White Stripes, that would have been a good one too.
Yeah, his mind is out there. I mean, they're very eclectic, man. I like these brilliant minds, like Beck. Yeah, I mean, these cats are out there. I don't know what they're doing.
That's
They're
another
doing
one I
something.
like. I like
Yeah,
Beck
they're
a lot.
out there and they're playing some tremendous music. What are you doing now?
3-piece Violent Femmes. And
Gordon Gano, and I thought it was always 2. Yeah, that wasn't on the list. Wombats, X. I got X.
3-piece is Violent Femmes. They were traditionally a 3-piece band. Now,
Okay.
if they kept that or not, I don't know.
I seen them twice, but I can't remember. I seen them twice in Madison and one in Chicago. Do I remember most of the shows? Not at all. But I do. They played with the Waitresses one time and with
I could say a colorful
in
band.
Madison.
I can't think
My
of a band.
college days.
Oh no, a color. I would probably pick the Velvet Underground. Is Velvet a color? No, Velvet's.
Oh heck yeah, it is. Yeah. Velvet Cake. Ooh.
The Red Velvet Underground. by
Okay,
Jonathan
V,
Richman.
where's
My face is turned
White
red.
Stripes? X, X, X.
The X.
You said the Wombats. X, X. There's really nothing. X-Ray Spec was a three-piece
I
band.
thought you said XX was.
No, oh no. Laura, see, a three-piece band. The XX.
The XX.
The XX.
The real band. I just googled it. I was gonna say XTC because they have 3 letters in the name of their band.
Yeah, but I've seen them once, and they're hey pineapple. But when you look under bands, they don't come across as a three-piece band just because the letters are
No, I
three
think that's more about
letters.
that's just 3 letters. I was kind of trying to cheat that one.
Generals, they are a killer band. They're so underrated. They got a huge catalog, in my opinion. I probably can rattle off 10 because I'm
For
in that area.
why a 3-piece band I saw one time called the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. They
I
weren't
didn't
very
think
good.
about that. Very cool,
They
dude.
weren't very good. They were. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was
Where you
just.
see them at summer camp?
Oh, I saw them at a festival out in California that me and my wife went to years and years ago. But we had to wait for them because the Beastie Boys played after the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. So we had to sit through a band we really didn't enjoy that much to get to the band we liked. And we enjoyed them. We checked them out. But it was like the girl like come out on the stage and they dumped glitter on her, and then she said yeah 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 a lot. It wasn't my band. It wasn't my band, so I wasn't into it. You know those things. You're
That's right.
waiting for when you're going to really see a band you love, and you got to wait for another band you don't really
No,
understand. Like, doesn't matter if they're good to all their fans, they might not be good to you. You know?
right. I decided, yeah, just
We can hear that. We can hear that, Laura.
this song goes that way. Chester just wants to jump and be with that. Why would be a yellow card or yellow man? Rastafarian yellow card. Yes, it's not a three-piece band. It's a great 3 letters, but it's not a three-piece band.
Yellow card or yellow diaper. Have you ever heard of yellow diaper?
No. Maybe Phil had one.
Quit smoking that shit, Sean. It's gonna wreck your brain.
They're headlining act, man. You gotta check out Yellow Diaper, man.
Okay, Z. Figure it out.
3-piece for Z. I can't think of one. Maybe ZB Top. But I would say for color though.
Zach Brown Band. Whew, 2 and 1.
Oh, he wins. Folks, on that note, we have a winner. We have a
Winner, chicken,
We have a winner.
shrimp tostados.
Go surfing. Anyway, folks, that was the ABCs of music that bands that have three people in them, or they have a color in their name, or both, or we really got into that one.
Yeah. I just want to thank you for the.
I'm gonna send a big thank you out to Wikipedia for that list of bands that started with that color in.
Yeah, it was quite. I was scratching my head, going, I think I know everything, and I was, yeah. You know how I found some of them? There could have been more. Looking at pictures from Hartford or Shoefest. You know, you get the picture in the band. Like you could have picked out Red Mountain Boys, aren't they 3-piece?
Yeah.
Or it's color. It's a color.
Well, that's both, and I don't think
You
they're
did
4-piece.
posters. Jeff Doherty's in the band, correct?
They're 4-piece.
Well, but the color.
Disqualified. You lose.
Red Mountain Boys color.
So maybe the theme to ABCs is good to have like a couple different options, so we don't have to stick with one thing.
Yeah, we get stumped there later. We get brain warped.
Well, it's the alphabet. It's not like it's simplicical.
Oh,
it's hard.
What are you doing tonight?
I don't know. I'm looking for this window where people were talking. Uriah Heep, the White Stripes. Hey, friends. Hey, Kevin Shirts. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Everybody who tuned in tonight. We really appreciate everybody who tuned into the show, has been part of what we do. And please leave a comment below and tell us what you thought was awful.
Are people actually watching us, Johnny?
Yeah, Trinity Watson's watching. Kevin Shirts
Hi,
is
Trinity.
watching. Jeff
Yeah, Feed the Dog was killer last night, Trinity.
Yep. We have a great...
Yeah, I mean, okay, here. We're going to go with a subject of concerts that you have seen more than once and you see them again and that you don't expect them to be that good, but they're still good. They're always good. Second, third.
As good as the next, as good as the first time.
Right. You expect it to be, they can't be, and they're that good. I mean, you know.
Fish.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? And then here's something about Fish, because I grew up on a lot of bands that would kind of suck live, but they had good studio recordings.
Can I stop you for a second? You look
No.
like Les Claypool right there for a second.
What makes you think I'm not Les Claypool, man?
I don't really know. How do you know I'm Phil Strodes?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead,
I'm
Jen.
not
Sorry to interrupt.
not Les Claypool. No, when I saw Fish as a kid, I was really upset because I saw a lot of bands I really liked. I'd follow them and go see them in concert, and then be really disappointed with their live show, and just be like, man, they just sucked live. You know, they were such good they had the good energy on my tape deck, but seeing them live was no good. And like when I saw Fish, man, it sounded like the album, and it sounded like an album you couldn't just easily reproduce. It wasn't just like a 3-chord Monty situation, you know, like when I play. It felt to me like it was this complex piece of music. So when I saw them play it live and do it exactly like they do it on the record, that impressed me. So going back and seeing them, and even going back and seeing them 20 years later, I always felt like they were a really good band. You know, I'd go see again. I don't follow them, you know, by any means. And I'm not a fish head by any means either. I dig the music, man, but I'm not gonna go on the road with them. But what's the band you think of when you say that the subject?
Well, the quick one would be the band I saw last night.
Feed the dog, folks. We're gonna try to go on the show.
Feed the dog. I don't know what are you showing me.
Oh,
Laura?
Dead Man Dog, 3 people.
Okay, Dead Man. Is Feed the Dog, who me and Laura saw last night at the law office in Yorkville. There's about 25, maybe 50 people at the most. And we saw them with almost 1,000 people at. They're on tour. They're going to Louisville, Kentucky. They're there today. I've probably seen them maybe 10 times. Every time they got something different. Feed the Dog is one of them. An older band who I've seen multiple times, Big, or well, yes, and AC/DC who I've seen 5 times each. I mean, that was in both back-to-back nights. They can't be that good. What was a band recently?
I've seen Queens multiple times.
Have you ever seen the Hen House Prowlers?
Yeah, Henna's very good, John. Very good. That's a good one. Every time they shocked me, Ben and John Goldfine, Ben Wright and John Goldfine. Yes, every single time, and Chris Dollar. Yes, that's a great one, John. They are.
How about a show you can go see the Hen House Prowlers and wait, and you don't see them for a couple of years. You go back and see a different kind of band. I mean, they transform. They do great stuff.
That's a great. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
My favorite band on our local scene that we are lucky to be friends with. You know, those guys. So
I can't wait to get outdoors to see live music because I don't like small venues. I feel like I'm not tall, but I feel like I'm tall. And going to these small places like last night, and you gotta not happening.
well, man.
No, not a right. No, can't do it.
I was gonna say we should talk about sports for just a second, but I don't have
Oh, that's right. Let's do a sports segment.
don't have the theme music up, but let's talk about sports. Sports. All right, there we go. Now we got theme music.
Okay.
Let's do some sports, Phil.
Let's do some sports. Anybody watching? Super Bowl's coming up.
Why is it just in that moment that you're concerned that people are watching? Like you always ask that. Is anybody watching?
All right, I'm going to give you 2 picks for the Super Bowl. You're going to win both of them.
Cincinnati.
Okay, 2 bets. McPherson to kick more than 1 field goal. It's 1.5. The Cincinnati kicker to kick 2 field goals. And Blanton, the tight end, to catch more than 3 passes for the Rams. There it is. Everything's locked in. John, you sent me the link to all our shows from 93 shows. So everything's in writing. And and what's our fellow
We need an intern to come and sift through all the videos for funny bits.
what's our gambling friend on the show? Eason. Yeah, I won that bet. I told you. You better bet it.
We won the bet from last week. Yeah, don't bet.
Yeah, he owes me a couple 6-packs now.
Here's my advice for Eason: just don't bet.
Don't bet. The betting is bet free money. You know, bet a square.
Yeah.
Bet the Rocket Mortgage thing. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I like sports. Yeah. Go sports. Go. I'm making shrimp tostados tonight.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, that's right, movie.
Tonight, I
It's
don't
still
know.
early.
Tonight, I don't know what we're really doing tonight.
We're gonna go hang with my folks tomorrow.
Well, that's cool. Any final words for advice for the people watching the Olympics out there?
No, don't watch them. Well, you could do whatever you want. I mean, I watch some highlights. Yeah, for the Olympics, go sports. Um, okay. Now you got me flustered. And then I got so many thoughts. For the Olympics, it's not like it used to be. It's all it used to be on ABC, or there's so many different things. There's no crowds, testing. It's not the same. Come on, people.
It's not the same. I do like people
It's not
sliding
the
down
same. It's
hills and
not the
stuff.
same. I like the competition. My grandma, hey, Elmy. Used to love women's figure skating, and I didn't like it at all, but that was part of the thing. Used to go have coffee and pierogies, little wraps with bacon in it, and coffee at 9 o'clock, and talk about women's and men's figure skating. And
All right. Well, I believe you.
all sports, but I didn't know women's figure skating, but I did because my and
Well, I think we should
Naomi,
probably say
she's
goodbye.
right there.
We should probably do one last thing here, and we'll say goodbye to the people in TV land. Tell them what's your advice for this week, Phil? What's your advice for this week?
What is my advice for this weekend? Um, 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 don't line dance, but do whatever makes you happy. Go cook some good food, cuddle with the ones you love, listen to good music. Um, hope for spring. You might be in California or Mexico where it's all. I'm looking forward to my growing indoors and the greenhouse, and I miss my friends, and I can't wait to hug everybody and say hello. Love
Well,
you, John.
thank you, Phil. Love you too, man.
The bossa nova. Time is on my side.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Tune in next week for a big week of music. We have multiple musical guests next week.
I ride my time slide.
Thank you, Vince Herman and Boys from Leftover Salmon, for your music.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phil, for doing the show with me.
Mickey Mouse is watching
94,
on
buddy.
his well-known dial. He knows a myth is as good as a mile. The rescue party's searching through the smoke and bile. Time capsules sure are different from a time bomb.
God, that's dark, Vince.
I'm here.
You don't have to go anywhere. I'm just talking to myself. I'm gonna let the music play on. We're still live, though. I don't want to miss the end of the song.
I'm getting XRT. I'm waiting for a good song. I need some good.
You guys are dancing, so I can't stop that.
These little stickers are the dime, man. I can't believe you did that, John. But I do believe it. But thank you. Like I said,
We are still live.
How did primitive man survive? Bound by lust, he could hardly even count past 5, 6 in his struggle to stay alive.
See you next
He got
week, folks.
sidetracked